Hi folks, today what we're going to look at is functions and creating functions to optimize our code. Basically, a function is a way of putting information through something which you may want to do multiple times. It just makes the code a bit quicker, easier and more optimized, which hopefully will improve player experience. So what we're going to do is, from the last tutorial series where we had our actor class which he walks into to gain a score, what we're going to do is we're going to take this information, creating a score, and make it a function. So remember, with this one you have the character who walks into the box, who then changes the score to the original score number plus 10 and then destroys the object. So in order for us to create a function, we're going to have to go to the actual main player themselves. First thing, we're going to create a custom event, and we're going to call this increase score. So type custom event and rename it increase score, just like so. And now we're going to build a function to call from this, and we're going to do that by clicking function and call it increase score function, just like so. So what we want this to do is to take our score and set it to get score plus 10. So we go to a plus integer, set it here like so, and through here. Now what you'll notice is if you click on the input, you have your actual inner for the function and what's going into it, and now we have the return function as well, which we can create if we add an output like so. And we can give this parameter's name final score and just set this to this. Now if I go back onto my event graph, I can take my function, drag it in and then drop it into here, and then finally add a print string which we can associate to the final score. So now we can actually get rid of this event tick completely, as it's no longer needed, and compile this code. And now if we go to our actor class, we can replace this with our lovely event instead. So increase score. There you go. Now we have the option of calling the event or the actual function itself. In this case, I'm going to call the actual event to run, because I've assigned it this way. I could have just directly called the function instead, but because I then went outside the function, I decided to call it as a custom event. So now if I compile it and go to play, we now have some slightly more optimized code, which first of all isn't checking every frame, and second of all is working in a quicker, more valid format. And that is how you create a function within Unreal.